So in this video, I'm going to be talking about what are some good things to keep in the car with you while you're driving, or just generally. So to start, I have like a little tool case. It's really small, really cheap. So here, I'll open it up, and so this used to be really full, but I just did a couple of projects and most of the tools are in my garage. But see, I have like a little magnet right here. I have a swivel for my sockets. I have like a screwdriver tip, a couple of basic socket sizes, a common size wrench kind of for my car. So that's what I like to keep just in this little toolbox, plus a couple other things. So I have a screwdriver right there. Normally it's not right there, but I was doing some of the videos. I have a couple of tools under here. Socket, ratcheting wrench, and a couple other things. So then looking in the trunk, which is where you have a lot of space to put stuff, I have a jumper box. This has saved me many times because my car doesn't have any sort of notification to tell me when the when I accidentally left some lights on or anything like that. So this is really nice to have in the event of emergency. The next tool that I have is this breaker bar with the right socket to take off my wheels. I always carry this with me because in the event that I do need to take off the wheels, it's a lifesaver. The next thing that I have is this case, which when you open it up, you can see that I just have oil in here. And this is just like probably $4 or $5 worth of oil. And it's nice to have it with you just in case, for any reason, you see a low oil light, you'll know that you'll be safe. The next thing that I have with me is a car included jack. It's really nice to have just in the event of an emergency. Say that I figured out my tire was going flat or anything like that. The next couple of things that I like to have are in here. So in here I have a couple of random things, but the first thing we can kind of see is coolant and water. And these are just for, if I'm ever running low on coolant, I can have a little bit of extra protection. I like to carry one of these folding reflectors in the event that, anything happens where I need to be on the side of the road. It's going to make me a lot more visible to other people. This has saved me once. If you like to kind of do a little bit of, sometimes I like to go on an adventure. And one time I parked my car on the beach, but I did not realize how deep the sand was. So I was able to be pulled out just by attaching this to a tow hook. Looking back at it, I have a couple sun visors, but these are just if you plan on leaving your car sitting for a long time. My car is prone to getting a cracked dash from too much heat hitting it over time. So that's why I have a sun kind of a visor thing in here. And aside from that, that is most of the stuff that you want to keep with you. Another thing that I did not mention in the last video that I just recorded was that it's always nice to have a spare tire. At the moment, I currently don't have one in here, but generally they are underneath like the floor of the trunk. So, I don't have one in here just because I think the tire on it is just about to explode. And it's not the right size to be compatible with any of the wheels that I'm about to put on it. So at the moment, I just have a bungee cable, and nothing else really under here. The bungee cable was just used to kind of hold this basket of stuff in place. So yeah, that pretty much just wraps up all the general things that are nice to kind of keep in your car. It's always good to kind of prepare for an emergency. Another thing that I have, but they're not close to me at the moment is gloves. It doesn't hurt to have an extra pair of gloves just when working with fluids, as well as a funnel. I have those in my little oil toolkit that or my oil case that I actually showed just a second ago. So yeah, it definitely doesn't hurt to have a couple things that just make it a little easier to work with. So gloves, funnels, just really anything that makes it easier for you to get the job done.